You know, I'm sitting up in the front, so I didn't get to see all the beauty in the back. Y'all look beautiful out there, man. So you need to give yourself a hand. My name is Bruce Bryant, and she told you a little bit about my story. But one of the things I've come to realize and understand is that love is the only freedom. Love is the only freedom we have. You see? In 1865, in Galveston, Texas, on June 19th, when General Gordon finally announced that we were free, that the slaves in Texas were free. 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Y'all know the story, right? 2.5 more years of what? Of free labor, right? 2.5 more years of a state thriving in capitalism, right? Extreme capitalism. And we know about Texas today, right? They continue to incarcerate our brothers and sisters, sentence them to death. They continue to build their wealth off of oil, right? They build it on the backs of us. Black gold. We were their black gold for 2.5 years longer than we were supposed to be, right? We were never supposed to be enslaved as black folk. And some of our own people even decided that they wanted to turn their backs on us, right, and become house Negroes, you see? See, today is my first day, the first time in 30 years that I've had the opportunity to celebrate a Juneteeth outside of state greens. And boy, it doesn't feel good. I got about 50 days free. So I'm still trying to figure things out. But one thing I ain't had to figure out is my love for my people. I ain't had to figure that out. Because it was my people that kept me strong throughout those years. It was the resilience that I got from y'all. And one of the things I come to understand is pressure is a privilege. Right? Because we withstand that pressure. You have one of our brothers talk about being that seed and being buried in the ground. Right? You see, when they gave me a life sentence, they tried to bury me. But they didn't realize that I was going to bloom wherever I was planted. I made a conscious decision early on. You can lock me away, but I'm still going to thrive. My mind is still going to thrive, and I'm going to do everything in my power to maintain my resilience, just like our people did for 2.5 extra years in 1865. Clueless. They were clueless as to the Emancipation Proclamation, right? Until we were free, and it was done by design. This wasn't by mistake. The vast majority of black and brown, the prison system of black and brown people that look like us, that's not by accident. It's not that we commit more crimes. You see, the prison industrial complex is a business, and it thrives just like Texas thrives. Off of the backs of black gold, off of the backs of you and I, our little brothers and nieces and nephews that we left behind, right? 2.3 million people incarcerated in the United States. Over 2.7 million children left behind, being raised without a parent. And they say that's a collateral consequence. I say, no, that's a primary consequence, because you lost a primary caregiver. You lost your mama. Somebody tell you lose your mother, your father to prison. That's just how it goes. You see? So it's up to us. It's up to the best of us to lift the rest of us. We got a moral obligation to do that. Because historically, we've seen what they've done to us. Divide and conquer. Right? From colorism, right? To feminism. And every other ism that you can think about. Right? These are the things that they've used to divide us and to try to prevent us from thriving. But look around you. We here, we together. There's so much power in this room.
Yes, it is.
There's so much love in this. Look at our queens in here, man.
Yes.
And our little young prince, the babies. And there's power in this room. We just got to be able to tap into it. And to lean on each other and to understand that when one of us rise, we got to lift as we climb. We got to lift as we climb. There wasn't a day that went by while I was behind prison walls in New York State that I didn't have my mind focused on freedom. Freedom was a constant thought, day in and day out. I spent thousands of nights contemplating on this moment, being able to talk to my people, right? Being able to have my Juneteeth. You see, and even when I was granted clemency by Governor Kathy Hochul, I still had to lay up 4 or 5 more months to get out. So Juneteeth is very relevant. I'm living Juneteeth.
Yes, you are.
I'm living Juneteeth right before you, because don't get anything twisted. Prison is the new slave plantation. Make no mistakes about that. Prison is modern day slavery. You see, slavery by another name. If you haven't seen the documentary, you should. 16 cents an hour, guys working, building things, building furniture, making clothing, making soap. That hand sanitizer that the former Governor Cuomo had out here selling, that was made in the penitentiary. Brothers that look like me and you, and sisters that look like us, they made that hand sanitizer. They made so much of it, they had 700,000 bottles of surplus of hand sanitizer. This is free labor we're talking about here. So make no mistakes about it, brothers and sisters. Slavery is not done. Anybody familiar with the 13th Amendment? They have every right to enslave you if you've been convicted of a crime. Read the 13th Amendment. Read the Constitution when you get a chance. And you'll see not much has changed. But it's up to us to make the difference. Each and every one of us. It's up to us to put people in place like our brother Dr. Yusef Salaam, so that they can make a difference. And if we see them not making a difference, we hold their feet to the fire. You're not going to do what you say you're going to do, brother, when you got to go. We love you, we understand you, but you got to go.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
We can love our people, but we got to hold our people's feet to the fire. There's nothing wrong with holding our people accountable. We got to build each other up and understand that freedom, man, freedom is based on our love for each other. You know, love is the only true freedom that we ever had. They talked about Frederick Douglass. When Frederick Douglass was enslaved and he lived far apart from his mama. They took his mama and they took him from his mama and took him all the way across town. You see, his mama used to take trips every now and then just to go see, to get a peek at her son. Because she understood that the closeness wasn't measured by the distance in between them. It's probably not one person in here that doesn't know or have a relative that might be incarcerated. How many of y'all know somebody that's been in the penitentiary? Or that's in the penitentiary right now? Raise your hand, by show of hands. How many of y'all know somebody that's in the penitentiary? That's almost every hand in the room. And let me tell you something. Sometimes a letter, an email, a small message can make the difference in that person's life. Sometimes just those little things, it's the love, can help that person thrive for another day and understand that freedom can be theirs as well. But you got to embrace that love. You got to embrace that love when you look in that mirror and love what you see. That's the first step to understanding that freedom. It's loving what you see when you look in the mirror, despite your mistakes. Because each of us are better than our worst mistakes. We're all better than the worst decisions we've ever made. We're not defined by the worst thing we've done yesterday. And we can rise, but we can't rise alone. The only way for us to rise is to rise together. Amen. Collectively. Amen. That's how we rise. That's how we rise. You see? This melanin in the skin, this is real stuff here. See all that melanin around here? That's that strength. That's that power. You see? We come together, we get energy. There's nothing, I was telling my brother earlier, there's no place no place I'd rather be than around my people and sharing with y'all. This is the most meaningful time that I've had in my 50 days out the penitentiary is being able to share with y'all. Outside of being able to embrace my 80-year-old mama, but to come in here and to see people that look just like my mother, that look just like my nieces and my sisters and brothers, and to be able to share with y'all means everything, because I love y'all. And Juneteeth it represents our ancestors, and it also represents us, and it represents our legacy. We got to help our young people know that they can't be duped. You can't be duped. Life, politics, and the conditions that we live in, we have a voice. Our voices are important. We have to empower each other and let each other know that, listen, yes, you can vote, right? You can also build, you see? But you can also destroy. But we don't want to destroy. We want to build. You want to destroy those negative attitudes and all that negativity from our life and from our communities. And we want to build. Let's build each other up. That's what Juneteeth means to me. You see? I understand the 2.5 years of free labor that they took from us in Galveston, Texas. Took from our ancestors and took from... And yeah, these folks owe us reparations. And we're going to keep our foot on their neck until we get it. That's right. We're going to keep our foot on their neck until we get it. Because it's ours. We're not asking for nothing. Labor ain't free. We ain't asking for nothing. Everybody paying their taxes. You see? But we got to love each other. We got to build each other up. Iron sharpens iron, like a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Ain't that what the proverb said? It does. I leave y'all with love, grace, and I just express my oceans of gratitude to each and every one of you for the opportunity, Sister Ina, to come and share with you and just be in your presence and tell y'all how much y'all mean to me, how much y'all mean to your loved ones that's in prison, how much y'all mean to our community, especially our black women. Especially our black women. You go in these visiting rooms in these New York State prisons, and that's all you see is a sea of black women. And you say, my God, this is where all the brothers at, all the sisters coming up here and see them. Out there, Elijah friend. We need to value our sisters. We need to value each other. With that, I'm going to leave y'all and just tell y'all thank you so much. Y'all mean to our community, especially our black women. Especially our black women. You go in these visiting rooms in these New York State prisons, and that's all you see is a sea of black women. And you say, my God, this is where all the brothers at, all the sisters coming up here and see them. Out there, Elijah friend. We need to value our sisters. We need to value each other. With that, I'm going to leave y'all and just tell y'all thank you so much. I look forward to anything Ina's doing that she invites me to come and share with you. At any given moment, if you need me to come and just share, maybe one day I'll get in depth and tell you a little bit more about my story. But I'm here, and I'm here for you, and I know that you're here for me. And I want to see us win, because we gonna win, right? That's right. We gonna win. We gonna confess those things that aren't as if they were. Yep. And we gonna keep on winning. I love y'all. Grace and peace.